Hey LeGrand Alive, this is Will Bowman. I'm here with Eric Valentine and Jim Whitbeck for another episode of Eastern Oregon Adventures, brought to you by Grand Run Hospital, Marketplace Family Foods, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, Valley Realty, and first and foremost, the owner of the store that we're in right now, Blue Mountain Outfitters. Thank you guys for joining me today.
Thanks, Will.
Jim and
good to be here.
Eric. So today we are going to talk about backpacks. So I am a little bit scared to do this, but I bought at the Boy Scouts
Troop 514
rummage sale.
No, it was a yard sale. This isn't rummage. These are treasures that were donated.
Okay, a yard sale. I bought a full frame backpack. It's red, it's old, but it's good. My girlfriend and I have been wanting to take some trips recently, so we bought some backpacks. And so
what did you pay for there, Jim? Is there a tag on it?
I took the tag off.
Oh, you did?
I paid $2 for this backpack.
You got this antique for $2?
I did. I got
Jim, what's your opinion on the value of this?
Well, I think $2 is a pretty good price, actually. I think you can get a lot of use out of that. It won't give up on you for a long time. It's an aluminum frame, so it's light, right? And you can strap anything you want to it, and you can pack out weight if you want to. You know, it's a good thing for hunting, actually. The other thing is you can adjust the
And
heck
being a
out of it.
vegetarian, that's important for me.
Right, that's true. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're going to eat local, though, I guess that's the way to do it. So you can adjust everything in here, which is kind of cool. The industry, for sure, has moved away from external frames.
Which is kind of sad in a way.
Well, you know, it's the internal frame. The nice thing about an internal frame is it's totally self-contained, basically. That's the whole idea. Is that you will be strapping things to the outside of this thing, and if you fall, you know, you get like a yard sale situation and everything goes rolling down the hill or whatever.
Interesting.
So, but I would totally buy this thing for $2. Absolutely. I think it's great value. What about you, Eric?
Well, I am pleased that this young man bought a pack of such a vintage year. When were you born, by the way? Well,
I was born in 1990, Eric.
okay. Well, I started backpacking in the late 60s, and frankly, this was the kind of pack I started with. And Will, I'm really impressed that a young man like you is kind of going retro, and you'll go through the decades kind of starting from the early 70s on through as you advance in backpacks. And it's wonderful to see folks your age willing to see what us old guys had to go through. So, congratulations.
Well, Eric, what's your alternative here? This
toss that to me.
Here. What do we got going on
Right,
here?
right. Well, Jim insulted me, yes, because this was my grocery bag. But this is a Gossamer gear pack. And when I retired in 2003 at age 60, I started backpacking, doing section hiking on the Pacific Crest Trail. And one of the goals at that time, and it's a current goal, is lightweight backpacking. And whereas in earlier years I'd packed up to 55 pounds when I took Boy Scouts on 50-mile hikes, my legs no longer had that kind of endurance. And going lightweight, this sack, so to speak, weighs about 16 ounces. And you've got a big pocket in the front and nice side pockets. And inside basically is just a big tube that you put smaller stuff sacks in depending on what kind of gear you want to travel. Its disadvantage, and maybe hold your pack up there, Will, as you can see, this doesn't have this nice webbing here to provide ventilation for your back. This rides against your back, so it's a little hotter. The other interesting thing, unlike yours that has the foam core there, you open up the shoulder straps, and lo and behold, you find socks.
So that's where all my old socks went.
Right. I didn't take these to the yard sale.
No.
But anyway, so again, it's another way of doubling the use of the pack and saving weight.
So I guess my question is what are the different, like why would I, because that, I don't know, that doesn't seem very practical for a super long distance trip.
Well,
like trying to load up and strap
sure.
a bunch of like big sleeping bags and that kind of stuff onto?
Yeah, that's
like how, in what context would this
right.
be a good
well,
pack?
that's an excellent question. In terms of sleeping bags, my sleeping bag only weighs about 1.5 pounds. It's a down bag, and it's good down to about 20 degrees. But again, everything you put in here is designed to be light. So whether it's your tent, your sleeping bag, even stoves, you make it as light as possible. In terms of distance, with my hiking friend, we did 200 miles on the John Muir Trail with this pack, and it had what's called a bear canister in it, because when you hike the John Muir Trail, you're required to put all your freeze-dry food in a bear canister so that the odors don't attract the bears that are potentially going to harass you on that trail.
Eric, when was the last time you used that?
Probably about 2 years ago.
Okay.
I got to the point, and I came down here, and a friend of mine had an Osprey Pack, and this pack is, well, I've got hiking gear in it because I'm going hiking with the Boy Scouts this weekend. But I found that this has
and the GPS you can use if you want.
Oh, cool. Would you loan me that? That's right.
I'd love to. You can have it.
I hope people remember the last program where Will was really impressed with the GPS unit he bought at this yard sale,
Yeah, I'm
too.
hoping I'm a little more impressed with the backpack I built.
No money back.
No, okay. No money back.
But anyway,
My $2 is a sunk cost.
I switched over to this simply because I like its support. It's an internal frame pack. Maybe, Jim, you can talk about the mechanics of an internal frame pack. But unlike many internal frame packs that ride kind of tight to your back, this has a wonderful, again, total back webbing. Yours was that partial webbing, and this runs up and down your whole back. And even though it's heavier than this Gossamer gear, I find the way this rides on my waist very lightly, very solidly, so the extra weight really doesn't, I don't feel that much extra weight with it.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is we don't sell too many of the ultralight packs. That's kind of like an ultralight internal
Yeah, it's a
frame
lighter
there.
model of the Osprey.
The thing, there's kind of a weird trade-off with ultralight, which is, you know, Eric is, what he's talking about is basically counting everything down to the ounce, right? PCT, you know, hikers.
Which when you're old is important.
It is. Oh, yeah, my age.
Yeah.
Just wait till this age, Will.
I mean, I mean, you're getting down to the point of, like, did you cut your toothbrush?
I did.
Yeah, you cut the handle off your toothbrush. So
I'm
that
one
you
of
can,
those people.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So that's the thing, is it's a, like, I think philosophically it's a really great way to go in terms of just thinking through, like, how can I get, you know, take as much out as I can, you know, go as minimalist as possible. But there's an interesting trade-off to me in that pack is not a comfortable pack to carry, right? So you're not carrying very much weight, but it's not, there's no frame to it. It's not helping you at all.
This one
it's
would
hanging,
not,
the weight's hanging off you in weird ways.
Right.
And, you know, so I
Exactly,
always
yeah.
wonder about that part is, you know, that's kind of where the frame comes in, is the frame helps you carry the stuff that's inside. You don't need a frame for a small pack because you don't need help carrying that stuff. But this thing, you can carry anything with it because you're just, the frame is, you know, 100%
centers
there.
all of the weight on your shoulders and mostly your lower back,
Yeah.
from what I understand.
Your hips.
Yeah, your hips. Yeah.
You don't want to, lower backs, you want to avoid straining them, but you want it basically on your hips. Your glutes do the carrying, yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that's about all the time we have today. So bottom line, different packs, different situations, full frames. They're going to get you more weight. You can carry more things, but it's going to do a good job sort of centralizing all that weight on your hips. Smaller packs like this are good for old people, especially grannies, that are trying to cut weight. And internal frames seem to be sort of the middle ground between those, but they're sort of a more modern version of what we're doing with the external frame. And they serve a little bit more of that kind of a purpose.
And let me ask Jim, of those viewers who watch this program and have questions, I assume they can come down here and you can expand more on what we've talked
actually,
about here.
thank you, Eric. I think if people could maybe respond in the comments, we're going to probably start doing some clinics here at the shop. I think a pack clinic is a great place to start because there's all kinds of questions about that. So, yeah, let us know what you think if you want to see something like that. We'd love to get a jump on that because there's a really great spectrum here. Although Will's summary just now is about everything that you would probably need to know. Very well done, Will. Very well done.
Including,
I learned quickly.
including helping old people.
I'm here to help.
Yes.
All right, well, thanks, LeGrand Alive. This video was brought to you by Grand Run Hospital, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, Marketplace Family Foods, Valley Realty, and, first and foremost, Blue Mountain Outfitters, where we are having our show today. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in for more local content.